The Panama Canal was started by the French around 1886 and sold to the United States around 1904 and then completed in 1914. The Atlantic Bridge is the third bridge to be built across the canal. In 1962, the Bridge of the Americas was completed at a cost of $20 million. The Centennial Bridge was built in 2003, and at that time there were 35,000 cars per 24 hours crossing the Bridge of the Americas. So the Centennial Bridge, located at the north end of the Culebra Cut, did relieve the traffic quite a bit.
Charges on the approach. I guess we have our captains aboard already.
You can see the entranceway for the new widened canal on the other side. Again, there's another picture of it. And there's a control tower that can be seen later on. This is a Katoon locks that we're getting ready to go through. The Panama Canal is 50 miles long and takes about 8 to 10 hours to transit the canal. The Panama Canal is the only place in the world where a ship captain gives up control of his ship to the canal captain or to any harbor pilot. The ship captain always retains control in other places in the world except the Panama Canal. We're in the Katoon locks now, and you can see that we have not risen up high enough yet. Here shows that the two-way street, or the ships go in both directions. This is looking back at the Atlantic Bridge, which is not complete yet. Again, we're in the Katoon locks, and here is a view of the larger locks. This is a control tower for the enlarged locks to carry the much larger ships through the new canal. We've entered the Katoon Lake, where ships are waiting to go into the locks to traverse the canal. Notice the gray rock where it's in a stair-step fashion to prevent landslides. It does inhibit it some. And in the Culebra Cut, this is the way they had used to move the train tracks and haul the stuff out of the Culebra Cut. This is in the living room of the Asamara with a nice picture window view, and again, this is back to the Katoon locks.
Just come out of the Katoon locks. The Charles River will be over here to the right. See the steam coming out of the jungle. Katoon Dam, an earthen dam, goes behind this island also. I'm just taking a picture to show how close the passageway is in boats in the opposite direction.
Social work and
Houston Bridge.
Friends here.
He's going at a pretty good clip there, I think.
no people.
We're now approaching the railroad, and you'll be able to see the Chagres River. This river is so important, and you have to use your imagination here to understand what's happening. As we approach the bridge, the trestle, with the railroad and the automobiles crossing it, you'll look to your left, off to the port side, and you'll look up a river. Now, use your imagination. That Another point of interest, if you look to the starboard side, notice the terrace effect.
This is all.
Now, the terrace effect is an attempt to prevent the landslides that we've been talking about.
New bridge.
And they aren't quite effective, but they are only effective if you're working in solid rock. Where you have soil that's prone to slippage and landslides, they will not work. If you look at all the
new
rocks
approach
piled up
to the
the
new
site, that was all
wide Panama Canal locks.
gave a new extension. People often ask, did they use the railroad?
They run a lot of LPG gas through the Panama Canal. This is one of the many mobile dredges that they're used through the canal to keep the depth proper. This is a workboat to ferry canal captains back and forth and various different workers. And these are just some supplies that are used to maintain the canal. Some more supplies. This is billed as the largest crane in the world and is at GAMBOA and used to haul large amounts of material. This is the Chagres River, and the railroad bridge and automobile bridge across it, Panama Railroad runs across it. Way upriver from this is a dam which forms Aluela Lake and Dam. This is a view of the Centennial Bridge, which is at the north limits of the Calibre Cut. This is either Gold Hill. This is entering the Pedro Miguel locks. You can see the Centennial Bridge in the background. Pedro Miguel locks is essentially the southern limit of the Calibre Cut. This is the Bridge of the Americas, finished in 1962 for $20 million, and it marks the southern end of the Panama Canal, or the Pacific side.
West side to the northeast side.
We've gone under the Bridge of the Americas and are now planning to anchor out in Panama City. You'll see the tender dock where our tender will drop us off and our cab driver will pick us up right there. Then we'll ride down what's called the causeway down toward the where the Bridge of the Americas enters into Panama City. And here you'll notice it's the Amsterdam, which is out in Panama City.
Roses and stuff like that. But they live there, incredible. Well, you would like to go up to Trump Tower. I don't know about that. You would like to walk up there? Go up in the elevator to the city?
Yeah, if we can get to Trump Tower, that would be good.
Yeah. No traffic right now. We're good. But I think
Clayton Army Base. Was it Army?
Army Base.
Clayton Army Base.
Electric center and plant electrica for the power of the canal can ever stay without power.
We didn't see this from the ship.
No, you can't see this from the ship.
I meant when we went through the canal.
Yeah.
See?
That's a lot of electricity.
Yeah.
And the power to generate this electricity is diesel?
Diesel, yeah, they use diesel oil, yeah.
Diesel oil.
You can never use gasoline. All that was going.
Now, up above there, up top there is what?
That is the gate they open when the canal is overflowed of water.
Oh, too much water.
It was open day before yesterday. You have to see that. For the United States, Channel 8. This is where it was, I remember. Channel 8, black and white. Yeah, that's where the news used to come on. Wow, memories.
Now, what did you do? Now, see that yellow tree up there? What
Yeah.
is that yellow tree?
It's I forget the name of it, but this is the season. Park the car here, you're walking. You gotta keep the line. You can't walk in and get out the line. You might get, a lot of people get lost in there. This is the.
Yeah, I remember Saugus River. They're building this new bridge over here, it looks like.
Yeah, they're building a nice bridge.
Yeah, they're working on a new one because they really need it.
No, I didn't come here for a while.
Yeah, they're building a new bridge. We saw this from the ship.
You saw Monkey Island? You got a Monkey Island over there?
Yeah.
You used to live over here. This is the biggest bridge of the world. That one.
Yes, we heard
Yeah, we saw that.
yesterday.
Yeah. Biggest one on the whole world.
GAMBOA.
GAMBOA, that's really great. All this was the Zonians.
GAMBOA. This is Madden Lake, or now it's called Alawela, created by damming up the Saugus River. In GAMBOA.
The train passed here with all those containers. You gotta feed this bridge, man. I was laying trying to hit the guy. Look at the tour boat. That's a good. Yeah, nice. What happened now? Look in the back of me. On this car, look. know the dream boy, but
This was the, what building was this now?
the administration building of the canal.
Yeah, administration. Is it still that now? Is it the administration building for the?
Yeah, it's still administration building.
Oh, for the canal.
It's only nice. It's still administration building.
It looks like a hospital. I hope it's not even there.
This is where all the judges is.
Medical legal. Morgue. Judicial morgue.
Okay. This is the morgue.
Oncology hospital.
Oncological.
Yeah. That Panama Canal.
Well, honey, I feel like we've seen Panama.
Oh, we sure have.
Yeah.
What building's this here? Church.
That's the church my sister got married.
Oh,
Adventist church.
Catherine of St. Luke.
Then Lucas, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's Adventist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when my sister got married. And my girlfriend.
Alto. Whoop.
4th of July Avenue. This was the limit, Canal Zone, Panama.
Canal zone to the right, Panama to the left.
And if you're coming on this side, this is different. They had a big fence here separate. They hit it down already.
Dad are still living.
My dad.
Who's this monument? Who's this?
Pablo Rosemena. He was part of the. What he did, he was un creador del. He was one of the promoters of the canal. And you see the monument for the French people over there?
Mm-hmm.
The gallo,
Right.
the rooster on the head.
Yes, rooster.
This is Plaza Bolivar, where
that-
the
is that the
Casablanca
Casablanca
restaurant,
Hotel over
the
there?
pink building in the distance, is located.
And what square is this? This is
Yeah.
Simon Bolivar. It looks like a hotel up above that restaurant.
It is Hotel Columbia.
Hotel Columbia.
That's what it says.
Hotel,
Right?
yeah, I see it. Hotel Columbia. Right.
All these was old buildings.
But they're beautiful, aren't they?
I don't know if I can fit through here, man.
Hurry up there.
He said, thank you. You think you was stuck in the picture? He said, thank you. That was funny. He said, You said Lexus? Wow. Toyota is Toyota, boy.
Arturo, our cab driver, pointed out this was Al Capone's yacht. And as we know, the Mafia had a big interest in this area of the world when they were in power. Arturo, our cab driver, took us to Trump Tower and found us this young man who would take us up to where we could have some view. However, the maximum view was not open until 6 p.m. and we didn't have enough time to go up all the way to the top since it was not open at this time. We did enjoy this limited amount of view, and the Trump Tower is a beautiful hotel. Obviously going to be quite expensive to stay there, but we did enjoy the views we had. On each Azamara cruise, Azamara plans a special night complimentary to all guests who wish to go. Cocktails and hors d'oeuvres are served. It is designed to show the culture of the local place Azamara is visiting at the time. Tonight it is being held in the old cathedral in Panama Viejo.